Good morning again. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm sorry, last I tried, many times I tried, but I could not get anything, and something is coming now. Thanks, actually. I should say something is coming, it's okay, fine. But let me show you some. The certificate is closing because I don't think that I'll get what I expect from this. I don't think so. I'll get something from what I expect from this, and it's really very surprising what happened. It started coming suddenly. It was absent till now. It has come suddenly. So I would say I'll close certain files here. As I've shown to you for popular references, these files, and I'll now like to take a look at them, to close them, because I can't open all files and it doesn't work. Let me open certain important files, and that is about COVID-19. These files are very important. I shared with you yesterday, and also these are shareable, and I think they should be shareable, and maybe it is on 12/5, so this is that one I'd like to share with you. By chance I'm getting this response. The internet is of course 5 quality Bharat India, I don't know what's that. 5, and this is 12/5. That file must be somewhere. Just a minute, please let me take out. Sometimes we make mistakes. By chance it has come up, so I want to talk to you about this issue. Maybe 1 hour or more. I don't know how much shall I get from this. That is just 12/5. Okay, 12/5 is fine. I'll take chance of this to discuss with you. Let me again file, because I close all files recently. I close all files because there was no meaning to waste time on that. By chance this started working. So I'm giving you again input on this. If I can find some answer from here, that is, where's gone nonsense, yeah. It's sometimes terrible. Can't see what you do. Sometimes you don't know what to do with this, you see. Sometimes you miss so many things, and I don't know what to do if I'm not finding. I'm able to find that file, which is very important now for me. In this case, let me see if I find here. It's not here as well. I'm not wasting your time. I'll give you feedback, don't worry. I think it's there. I think it's here. I see, this is that one. There's one here, and I'll talk another one here that is about again it's coming nonsense. Why it's coming nonsense, I don't know. Okay, let me start with this file. I'm talking of HSC file, safety workers file, and I'm also talking about you can see there's a file down. My God, what's happening? You can see this file. Other file I'm missing somewhere. This words file was converted to PDF, but here I'm saying this file which I published yesterday. Yesterday means on 12th we published this file on Facebook, and you can say because the same titles as I told before in this file. This is clearly means what I want to show to you, because yesterday I saw that you could not see this file clearly on this is titles of this file, and I use this multiplier here 3, and let's see just for clarity. These are titles here. You can see what I've written on this. Data analysis, extremely bad status of testing and vaccination. This is about our country, government sleeping, etc. As you can see yourself, and I don't want to repeat that. You're already there. If you want to download this file is available on the script.com. You download that file. There's no problem in that. And more important are these, days, report, remark, population indicative only, daily test done, percentage daily test done in relation to population. This means this is how many people are there in country, and testing is done, test percentage of this 0.038, for example. It was on 31st August, and then total test update is this quantity number, test done how many, it was around 64 lakhs that time. And then we can say percentage total test done, total percentage or population, total test done or population size means and percentage remaining population to be tested. So this is sum of this is 100, and you can say fraction of this percentage total test here. This is very important here. You have to depend on this. If you see here, I can take it down, and you can see it goes like this. If it goes this, at end it is how much? That's very important point. At end it is, you can see 23.66% tested and 76.34% remaining untested. This is what I say. This is very important column for me and for you to understand progress. Means this is a growth of percentage of testing, which is negligible. You can say only so much. Daily test conduct, number of tests are here, and percentage daily tests and total tests is that. And then infection update, this is say a total number of infections, and positive percentage of positive infection total test done is this ratio of that. Positive infection of total test done is that. And daily positives are these, and daily positive tests are these. Date updates are here, and this actually to reach correct quantities I multiplied this by 3. Now what are these highlighted cells? I'm just trying to tell you. This highlighted, this highlighted, this highlighted, this highlighted, this highlighted, and also you can say if you go down you'll find here highlight alone. This is column for vaccination. You can say this is column for vaccination, daily vaccination and cumulative vaccination. This is that column, and here you can say very comfortably. So we go to check what we are achieving. Here I'll talk at end of this now. You can see that at end of this. This is 12/5, 12th May, this is result, 130 crores and 0.153% of test on that day. Total number of people tested 30.76 crore, and this is percentage of people tested 23.66, and this is 76.34 people remaining for test, and this is I can say 19.83 lakhs. This is number of people tested on that day. So it's varying, and here 0.64 ratio, and as 23.4094C means this was as it is total people tested. This is is another for total cases we have detected till now is 23.34 crores, and then we can say 34.84.21 is the yesterday's infections, which is 17.56% if we compare it number of tests done, number of then 19.83 lakhs, and so many people are positive. This was 17.56%, and these percents varying. It was 17.56 17.83 here, and like that it's varying. There's no uniformity, and this number of deaths you can say total deaths government figure is this 2 lakhs 54,000 government death, and this death yesterday on this date 4205, and you can say this is number of vaccinations 24.46 lakhs vaccination were done, and total is this, and this is figures I'm going to now what to do. Purpose of this talk is these data we have taken from government websites is early data, others I calculated out. These data are official data, not my data, all these data, and this other I have calculated for purpose of this. And that's important here, Total number of days are gone 438 if you count from March. If you say March 1st, if you count, this is 438 days since March. Now can we wait for all days since commencement? Now what happens actually for remaining testing? As I said here, we have done only this 3.66% testing. Average is 13.83, so forget that. Now it is, can we wait for how many days? That's the question, for these people to be tested, which we are not doing. And average per day in this test is so much, 7 lakhs only average, as we are showing here 19 lakhs and this and that. It's here 7 lakhs only if you take average of all figures. So from today more required for these people. What we have to do for remaining one, this is 76% and 99 crores. We need, if you want to test them in 91 days, we require so many tests per day. And in 969 days we need, if you go with this speed, 969 days we require if you go with this speed, and if count total 20 days required. Now what to say, if you need 2.66 years to finish this task, is it practical? That's what you have to think, and that's the point I try to bring it to you. Now infection data access in crores, which is here. According to them it's 8 crore, according to me it's 31.4 crores. Well, that's a different issue. Extremely slow work test speed, and it's a must to avoid explosion. Now we go to this data, which is this data that's about vaccination. This says 13.48% vaccination have been done according to 17 crores, and this is for injection 1 and injection 2, vaccination 1 and vaccination 2, and it was 891 days for this. What to say in that case? Here you can say this is matrix of first dose and second dose. I took 0.9%, 0.9, or can say 90% and 10%. 90% first dose assumed, and depending on states calculation, states status, so you're getting officially. So I assumed 0.8, 0.2, then I came down to 0.85, 0.2, 1.5, 0.9 and 0.1. Draw now what to say, and this is started on 16 January 21. Vaccination status, so we can say yesterday say it is about, you can say total is 12.132 for single dose and 1.348 for second dose, and that is out of 130. Now you can say this also here. This figure is which I given here. You can say details are here, and maybe I missed some here. This is the figure, yes. Total number of vaccinations done on this report is 24.47 lakhs, and this is updated number, cumulative number is 17.52 crores. That's why 13.48 is total percentages, out of which this is, you may say, first is 12.123 and 4 is 1.348, and then this. Now this this is also important calculation here. I am taking this 4 days here. If you see in 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, these percentages come from here. It comes from here. These percentages. If you take these percentages here, you'll find average of 4 days is 20.47. In next report, I will take 7 days average. Up to here, I have taken only 4 days. So 17.56, 17.83, 24.83, 21.464. So this is 20.47 percentage average, which gives a figure, if we apply onto 130 crore population, 26.61 crores possibilities. This is what I'm trying to bring out to you now. If you consider this only 17.56 here in this case, then we can say 22.83 crowds or infections, or maybe they are. That's what important point here is. And also here I can say, if you go to report, which I'll find actually where maybe I cannot download that. Now these are statistics of curves. You can see here these curves. These curves are available here. You can see this curve here. This is curve number 1. That is a positive since 31st August. This is number of positives here. You can see here they drop to some, then they rise like this. It's coming. It's very much tragical. This is number 2. You can say daily test conducted. This is daily test conducted, and you can see there's no uniformity in that. Or daily test conducted, and also you can say further I go further. So then you can say about positive cases April May. Only for April May I have shown here. You can say positive cases were so down. Now it's gone up high hill, and now it's uniform again, non-uniform, sometimes rising, sometimes falling. I don't understand this, believe me. I can't explain this. Means there is no control, or they are fabricating data. You have to make sure they are fabricating data what they are doing. Then you can say about those percentage of those tested positive. If you think that 17.6 positive, then 24, how it is possible? That's the question mark. And here are 17.83, now it's 17.6. So you can see this, everybody can see there is no study, nothing, no research work on this, and people are also heterogeneously acting. I don't know about that. And it is April, May, that's you can see that's, these are that's. It's tremendous, this we are saying officially, and if you multiply this fact by 3, you will find tremendous figures. And if you go there, you find here vaccination number. You can see vaccination also. Stupidity, you see how this curve is moving. It looks, it's very, very beautiful curve, but useless curve. This is what we are doing. What we are doing, I don't know. And this is cumulative vaccinations here. Cumulative vaccinations. You can say this is cumulative curve of vaccination. Means we have done this much. We have done this much till now. And if you go further, you will find cases in April. Cases in April. You can see these are cases. And you can say here also infected to test number, percentage of infected to tested. This is that percentages. So infected to test, and you can say here also this is total test done over population, and this is, you can say, infected percent infected of COVID since 24th 2000. So this is monthly, monthly or bi-monthly it is. This we use just for clarity only. And we go to, I every day add some curve here for purpose of actual assessment. Now this is important. This curve is, I multiplied this factor 2 or 3, and this is actual assessment, and that is in this data you can see up to here. This is daily actual cases, daily actual assessment of infections, and here then it is you can say actual assessment of this actual assessment. You can say here this curves, this feedback which I am giving you is very much important from study viewpoint, and we can say that if I don't have that file anyway, no problem. The studies file I can show you, but there's no meaning at all if I show a studies file. Better, I don't know now. Now what we have to consider is here, I can say This you understand, I think. Now what I wanted to say, this is very important one. You can see this file. I don't know why I started this, in fact. I don't know. I started on 31st August, and meanwhile I assumed some here because I could not get this information from government. Then I started on, I went one line in between this 31st August and September 1, and then I worked up to 12th or 11th. Because on 12th I was again in accident, so I started on 20th. So there's some missing data in this. It's enough data for purpose of calculation, for purpose of understanding what we do. So you can say this data is having 235 entries, which is good one for establishing some study material, and that's what it is. You are engineer or not engineer, it doesn't make a difference. You can understand what I am saying. That's more important. I can give more data, but more important is what is our testing percentage. Aware testing percentage. Engineers believe in testing. When you are engineer or always, test is always very important. Material testing or work testing, that's the important one, and that we are not doing. Not only in this testing of infections, but also in vaccinations. We have no plans. Unfortunate that we don't have any plan, and we claim that we have done this, we have achieved that. If we could not test, means where is engineering then? How can we discover something? That's point here. I am not going to take a lot time in this because today time is very much short. I hope you understand what I wanted to say, and I think that's enough. So I'll do it again tomorrow. I close this file currently. Now HSC workers. This is another file. Health, safety, environment, ergonomics, support workers, crew, etc. This is a file that is a self-speaking file, because we as country, we as nation are in trouble, and our trouble is reaching to around 60 to 100 countries because of our 6217 1.6217. This is causing problem, and we have our own problems, like we don't have oxygen to requirement, we don't have number of hospitals to requirement, we don't have beds, etc. I was just going through one news yesterday from Meerut. It was a hospital that was I think Lok, I actually forgot name, but I got this news that people used to bring their own beds, patients used to bring their own folding beds for hospital treatment, and also some were laid on clothes on floor. So this is status we have got. It's duty of whom to provide these facilities. It's duty of nation to provide these facilities, but we have failed. There, I think engineers believe in planning and engineers believe in proposals. And if some engineer is there in their team, but there is no team at all, I can say, no team at all with our system, and there is no system at all with our country. So everywhere we are failure. I could say biggest failure in this century, that this COVID-19 has slashed us. Dead bodies have been flowing in rivers. This means we don't have proper arrangement even to funeralize these bodies, even to cremate these bodies, or bury these bodies, whatever we can say. This is no political statement. This is facts. Facts we are getting, and I'm not interested to criticize someone. Problem lies somewhere else. Problem lies in people of this country. People of this country have never been serious, have never been worrying or concerned about how to handle such issues, and that's why this problem erupts. That's why this problem erupts, and I can say that we are responsible for this. Everywhere we are responsible, and we have to take this responsibility. We can't run away because we have to follow certain quality systems. And as I use always to say, the quality exists nowhere. Quality also does not exist in medical world in our country. Otherwise, I'm not blaming doctors or health workers. I am blaming ourselves that we don't have adequate number of hospitals. This means there is no question of quality. Maybe doctors are very intelligent, very hardworking, nurses are very much devoted, and their health workers are efficient. But that efficiency must come from people of this country. I know people did not expect this much, but I expected this much. This much scale of problem in this country. That's the reason. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I started reporting this matter publicly. Every day, previously I used to talk to people after on video, but I think people are not very much interested. And I say, okay, how to publish this file? And I tried on the script many times. I have success one day. So I said, okay, I stopped talking to them. There's no use. I'm not very high profile person. I'm not celebrity, or I'm not politician, or I'm not scientist, or I'm not well-known engineer, noted engineer. So I said, okay, I put my comments, my thoughts in this file, see people. No, but see, reality is coming in. Facts are coming in. I used to write that explosion is coming, and it's come. This means quality has been exploded, not maintained. We have burnt quality. We have burnt quality. Unfortunately, it is. I should not say that, but we have burnt quality. We have destroyed our system. We have destroyed our lives. We have destroyed our medical world. Medical world is very advanced, but we are not advanced. Our systems have failed, and individual has failed. Then we can say in quality, because individual is not getting any benefit. Individual pays tax, but it doesn't, I think, return. So our system has failed, and that system, what system? Means not medical system, not other system, only political will system has failed. Politicians have started behaving as if they do not know anything. I should simply say, I'm not criticizing them. It's not their fault as well, because people elect such people who do not understand anything. You see, country moves because of systems. Country moves because of quality, power. All countries who understand quality, they move smoothly. But our society, they know quality. They used to know quality when there was no quality. You understand that? We used to know quality systems when there was no name as quality. You can see old structures, you can see old buildings, you can see old whatever we did or others did. Still they perform well. But new works, new standards, new quality systems only for name's sake, and they do not perform as they should. We are talking of quality everywhere. This means quality everywhere must exist in systems. It must exist in individuality. It must exist in product systems, production, quantity. It must everywhere in every other areas. And we talk which areas. Areas are designs, because everything is designed first, and design is very much part of engineering. It's very much part of life. I'm not saying it's part of only construction. No, it's part of, even if a garment's design. When you wear pant these days, people, and young particularly, they use skin touch. Why do you wear skin touch? Because you are interested in uniformity. You are interested to show to people, see my design, this is. Same design must be elsewhere also, but that doesn't exist. That design must be in mind. That design must be in speeches. That design must be available in your conduct. That design must be available in your interactions. That design must be available in the social standing. But that design doesn't stand anywhere else. It stands only in skin touch. Okay, you are very interested in skin touch. I agree with that. What about mind touch? What about heart touch? What about family touch? This must be there. You think only couples are enough? Coupling is enough? No, coupling is not enough. Coupling is one part of machine. Machine must operate. Machine must perform. Every part of machine must be assembled properly so that it works, it performs. That point we have not understood. We are young, people are young. They think they may not know everything, but they want to know how showcase is. Showcase is not internal case. If you go to store, you will find different arrangement. Showcase is only display, it's salesmanship. So keep up designs. Design is not skin touch, I say. Design is depth touch. Design should be spatial and spatial touch. That must be there, which you are not understanding, because I'm talking of construction. Construction doesn't mean structural construction. It doesn't mean building construction. No. This means life construction. This means your future construction. This means your present construction and improvement to that construction. Construction is learning from past construction. Construction is a verb, it's adverb, it's pronoun, it is noun, it's everything. Because you have to construct your character, you have to construct your way. We cannot leave it otherwise. That's a very important point. And design and construction are very much related. I argue, I debate with engineers, but I don't know what happened to engineers these days. They keep themselves silent, they keep themselves off from speaking, and only, I think, veterans or seniors, they have courage to write and speak. Youth do not have any courage. They want to jump into skies, they want to achieve altitudes, but they want to know what is on ground. Our surveying system, of life surveying system, you can say, have gone very much weak, because we believe in advanced testing equipment, advanced testing instruments. That's a problem. Previously we used to take tape and chain and all that, and used to measure distances, or by pacing, by walking, used to measure distances. Now instrument at one place can check angle, can check distance, can check everything, or you may say one counter policy. It doesn't work in construction and designs. If my mind doesn't think of designs, my mind cannot dream, my mind cannot conceive what is field or front-end engineering design. I can say I am a useless person. Construction gives us everything. If we do not input quality, if we are unable to pour quality into construction, we ooze out without quality, then design which I did or somebody else did goes watery, it goes waste, it goes without any fertility. That point I'm trying to say. What should be done then? We have to improve performance, we have to improve quality, we have to improve quantity, we have to improve reliability. As we always say that, we have to do that. We have to, you can say these points are written here, reliability, and we have to do all that. But how? How? Everything has certain procedures. Just like we learn subjects, there are procedures for solving any numerical. There are procedures to teach you about various chapters, in various books and various subjects, and we learn stage by stage. We get up, we grow in learning. I am talking of learning only. One can never become expert except relative expert. When I say I'm expert, it doesn't mean I'm really expert. This means relatively I'm expert, because there's a consideration of experience and repetitions of something, or improvement, addition to something, or amendment to something, or additional knowledge to add to something, which augments original raw knowledge to perfect or better perfect or more perfect knowledge. I want to say experience is about, you can say, laboratory experience. Experience is about book experience. Experience is about life experience. Your experience is best teacher, because you learn from mistakes, you learn from errors, you learn from others' knowledge. When you work somewhere, you don't work singly, you don't work doubly, you work in a group. Of course, members of group do not have same efficiency, but they work. I learn even from lowest profile worker to highest profile manager. I learn, because everybody has some idea, something I can understand. I can learn from a mason or carpenter or a foreman. I cannot learn from a professor. That's also true, because practical work they do. They know how to use tools. They know how to understand. Means they have their own system. Sometimes they don't follow us, but it doesn't matter as far as destination is achieved, because those people cannot blindly follow what we say. They have their own ease of business, ease of working, and that's why. So we must improve our performance, we must improve our quality system, we must improve our costing and timings, and we must believe in total reliability, which means everything we produce must be safe and keep others safe. Every item we produce must be, you can say, serviceable, and what I say, it should be durable, and that is called reliability. Summation of these points and with many more points along with these, just like risk control, timely procurement, quality procurement, all these lead to a word where we can say this product is quality. It's not internal quality of product, but working quality of product, performance of product, its life cycle working of product. That's important. So for achieving that performance, we need some ways in and ways out. We require some ways in and we require some ways out. And what are those? Where can we prove them? How can we use them? That's a point of important consideration. For example, I have some problem in my life. I'm not talking engineering. I am not very intelligent, but I sit at home, think on this problem is there. I have to understand first of all why is this problem there. I then come to understand myself. This problem is there because of this reason, or that reason, or other reason, which I have experienced. Okay, this reason could be possible to make me problematic. This reason, this explanation coming off my mind is responsible, and I have to solve that. So this process is called analysis, and that process is very important to reach some solution in any variable. When we think of quality and quantity, both are responsible. Both state of quality and state of quantity, must be achieved if you say I have performed. And it is not only defined quality and defined quantity. It should be, acceptable one. If quantities I achieve, ignoring quality, my quantity is just material. It's not recommendable. My material should be quality oriented. If my material is not quality oriented, then my product is not saleable. My product is not performable. It may be sold at discount price. It may perform at discount efficiency, which is not acceptable. If you drive a car and you find problems in this, whatever was specified, it's not coming up, you feel very angry. Same thing you feel elsewhere. If you buy something, some small article, and that article doesn't perform, you feel angry. Why spend this money on this item? Why I could not understand that this fake item or half fake that we do. Same thing I'm saying. When you spend whole of your money in life, your savings on some house or some flat or some apartment or some other, you want to purchase that. Are you so serious about quality? That point is very important consideration. At that point, you don't care for quality because you are interested only in product. You are interested only to get that product delivered, which doesn't apply when you go to market to buy your ration to food. That point doesn't apply, but here it applies perfectly. I want to get this, I want to spend this money and get quality product. But why don't you raise this question when you buy your flat or your house? There's a consideration, comparative consideration, and you can say, I must have some method written by me, for me, or for someone else, and that method is called method of working, method of producing activity, method to carry out activity, and activity plus activity plus activity make a group of activity, and you can say an area of activity on that project. That method statement is very much important. We have to care it. And method statements, I'm not seeing even statements on any project. I've not heard any talk of method statements. And methods, without methods, you can't even cook your chapati. You can't even make some vegetable or cook some vegetable without method. You can't even cook a cup of tea or prepare a cup of tea. Maybe it's not written, but it's experienced. It happens if you add more sugar to tea, or you add less sugar to tea, or you don't even add sugar to tea, or you change proportion of water milk ratio. Same thing, we say water cement ratio. If you change these proportions without acceptance by others, you think that tea you offer shall be drunk by that person? I think no. Maybe that person drinks because of your respect, but that person may be internally feeling I'm not getting quality tea here. It happens. So what we have to do according to requirements, I should say we should first know we should do like office work for that item before jumping on to production of that item on ground, and we should know that until I am sure, because we have experience, there are thousands of experienced people on every site, and they know what can be done, what cannot be done, what our contact documents require, what is best way. We must have understanding of that, and our experience based and our experience base, our knowledge base, and our intelligence and our pragmatism, you can say our consideration of everything, whatever you say, all those cumulative factors give us exposure, take us to produce some written statement, which we can say either method or procedure. Method statement or procedure statement means whatever activity we do, that activity we should pre-think, we should pre-see, preview what we are going to do, and that's very important part, and this every engineer can do. Why no? In beginning you will not do that because you can't understand everything, you can't anticipate everything, but when you work for a couple of years, you go into some intermediate position, you'll be able to understand method statements, and that's very important part. It's not simply method statement theoretical one, it is method statement applicable one, application one. Engineering is group of applications. Hundreds and thousands of applications come into play when we do engineering construction and engineering design. And that's what is important, means we should know point to point what we have to do. It's not that random, I start anywhere and go some now. You have to pinpoint something. I start here, I move to other one, then I move to other one. What I have to do now, what I have to do that time, what should have been done, what should have been done. We have to call quality people, we have to call safety people, we have to call other people. And where I discover some problem, how to comprehend that, how to communicate with that problem, how to tell people what to take, safeguards measure, all this say, you have to adopt measures of a safeguard. That's an important point. We can say time is very important factor, cost is very important factor, and risks are the which you have to solve. And if you have to solve risk, you can say you can solve your project, you can solve your problem, because if risk is solved, risk then becomes efficiency, risk then becomes a way to solve further problems. So understanding of risk, viewing of risk, and calculating risk are very important point. And reliability, I told you already what is reliability, safety, serviceability, durability, and other known areas. And then we have to do analysis and synthesis, which of course we have to do. Then you can say thinking is root of, thinking is foundation of life, not only professional life, all life. If I can think, I think I'm best person. If I can think, I'm best person. And if I cannot think, I think I am questionable person. One and I say I'm engineer, and on other say I can't answer your question. Okay, maybe you can't answer question, but you have plenty of time to think on that question. Thinking makes me better engineer. Thinking also pinpoints to me error. If I stop thinking, nobody will think for me. This is the beauty of thinking, that you can think for yourself, you can think for problems for others, but you don't expect others to think for you. Yes, they may think if they are brilliant, but in common, nobody will think for me in personal life. Nobody will think for me something else. Profession is different. Professional problems are different. We are paid for that. But nobody will think for me. And still I am finding people, youth, they are not care about. They have no care for society. They have no care for this. I'm not blaming them. It's because they are brought up like this. They have been brought up like this. Selfishness stays everywhere. Highest degree of selfishness. All we are. We are interested in ourselves only. We are interested in facts. So thinking is beauty of life. Contemplation is produced by group of thinkings. Multiple thinking means contemplation. That contemplation must be with us, with everybody. And we can say where engineering applications